Okay, continuing our theme of flow, I love a kettlebell. But what happens is, like anything, we can start to use it just enough. We're just doing a load of swings in a row, maybe go into some squats, and then we do a few sets of that. But it becomes another thing that's very one-dimensional. So what I like to do when I'm using kettlebells is I like to piece things together. I like to do this with everything. I like to piece movements together. So for example, let's say I'm going to do a swing. So I might do a swing to a pass, like that, and just get things flowing a little bit, allow for a little twist, allow for a bit of absorption and release of force, yeah? Then if I really want to mix it up, I might do that, then I might do a squat swing, then I might do a clean. So I'm switching between different movements and different positions. So again, I'm learning to flow. I can even add on to that, so again, I do that swing, do a squat swing, I do a clean, and then from there I might do a stepping down to a lunge, or I might do a clean to a step down. I'm just putting things together, chaining movements together. So there isn't time for my body to set in. There isn't time for that stiffness to creep in. Because that can then lead to, we can compensate our way through a lot of things. Watch a high rocks man, and those people are fatigued. Fair play to them, they're pushing themselves. But what happens is under fatigue, your biomechanics fall to pieces and you just do whatever you need to do to get through it, which is great as a one-off, but when you're doing it all the time, you're just reinforcing these faulty mechanics, these faulty movement patterns, and it's just layering and layering on top. So while, yes, you need to do that particular performance, in between, it's about nourishing that neurology, nourishing your movement capacity, and learning to flow, because it's efficient. Think of the best fighters. The best fighters are those who flow. And the best athletes are those who are able to flow. The ones who aren't too stiff, aren't too tense. They're also not too lax either. Something in between, and they're able to absorb and release force efficiently and repeatedly. That's what we want. If we want to be able to keep training for a long, long time, we can't just keep putting tension into the system. We have to learn to put a bit of give into it. And by using, again, just a kettlebell like that. So again, rather than, just swinging or just squatting. So even though I could do a swing to a squat to a clean, it's just, it doesn't have to be dead complicated. You can start to add in, you can add little movements like that. I can step forward. Endless possibilities. But the whole point is, rather than just doing 10 of this, 5 of this, 20 of this, throw things together. And I promise you as well, there's a real explosive element to doing that as well. Once you do like 3 rounds of that, 4 rounds of that, you're gonna go, wow,